Like they say, the third time's the charm, and this is our third edition of Chief Chat. The date is April 29th, 2015. And we're going to start off with a little bit of bad news. Our Montana legislature just summed up, and they did so without passing the $150 million infrastructure bill that would have really funded infrastructure needs in communities across Montana. But for us folks here in Butte, what it meant was leaving it up to us on the local level and working with our federal partners through Senator John Tester and the VA to figure out how to get our veterans home built. Part of that $150 million Senate bill that the House failed to pass was a $10 million bridge loan for us to break ground in the coming months on a veterans home that would have 60 beds for our Montana and Southwest Montana veterans and employ upwards of 100 people in our healthcare industry here in southwestern Montana. Not to mention some long-range building monies for our University Montana Tech. So certainly bad news, and as I previously said, it's really a sad state of affairs when a few small-minded, highly partisan individuals can circumvent what's best for the majority of Montanans. And so we will continue to do what we can at the local level and working with the federal government to see if we can still make that veterans home a reality this year. But we lost a major opportunity for us to solve a federal problem at the state level here with our legislature. So not good. So we got that bad news out of the way. Let's move into the good. We've had some visitors from afar lately. Last week we were lucky enough to meet the joint venture partners that are from Shanghai, 51% owners of our REC Silicon, one of our major employers and taxpayers here in Montana. We got to meet with them last week as they were in town to visit the Butte partnership and the Butte management here. And then just today, we were lucky enough to be visited by the new Irish Consul General from San Francisco, the Honorable Philip Grant. And so we were able to meet the new Irish Consul General, welcome him on his first trip in hopes that there will be many more to follow. We encouraged him to come back and celebrate with us for the Irish Festival here in August, and reminded him that it is Butte, Montana, not Boston, Massachusetts, that is the most Irish city in America when you look at the per capita population. Over 27% of our population here in Butte is of Irish descent, which is higher than any other city, and is also probably one of the reasons why we are known as the fifth province of Ireland. So big day for us to be able to welcome the new Consul General here to our mining city. Tomorrow marks my second State of the City address. Last year, I gave the State of the City address to the Council of Commissioners here as my weekly Chief Executive report. This year, we're mixing it up a little bit. I am going to be giving it after we do the groundbreaking for Montana Tech's new $10 million natural resource building up at the campus on West Park Street. And we'll be having a lunch sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce and the Butte Local Development Corporation. I think it's a good reflection of how we're working well with all of our economic development entities here in Butte-Silver, as well as our major economic partners like Montana Tech. And so tomorrow at noon, April 30th, in the Bob and Pauline Pour Room of the University Relations Center up on Granite Street, I'll be giving my second State of the City address. And if you caught my address last year, I kind of focused on the fact that we need to work together to achieve more. touched on some of the things that we were able to accomplish in my first year of my administration, focusing on better transparency, better accountability, a higher standard of excellence in all of the things that we do. We enjoyed a lot of success in those regards last year. I really look forward to reporting on how far we've moved in the last 12 months. And then a real big theme of this administration, of the last 12 months and of the next 12 months, is going to be investment in our community, investment in ourselves, whether it be through infrastructure or quality of life investments. We can't expect to see a return without any investment, and who better to invest in than the greatest people in Montana, if not on earth, Butte America here. And I certainly hope to see you at noon up at Montana Tech tomorrow. If not, I'll be giving a truncated version of the State of the City at next week's City Council meeting, as well as we will have this posted on our website. The entirety of my State of the City County speech will be on the Butte-Silver website probably by later afternoon tomorrow. In closing, we always like to end on a good note. Last week, and it's really, you know, Butte's got so many things to be proud of. And there's a lot of, I think, rumors that still affect the perception of our city. And I'm here to tell you, Butte is a proud town, and we still have reason to be proud, and probably even more reasons to be proud as we forge ahead as what I would say is our goal to create the most livable city in Montana. For the first time, we were awarded, you hear about Butte not having any trees. Well, if that's the case, then why are we winning the 2015 Tree City of the Year Award for the state of Montana? That's right. Butte has got all kinds of trees around here, and we're not going to quit planting them anytime soon, so we're only going to get more and more. This is a reflection of the hard work of our community development department, our parks and recreation department, our many private businesses that support tree planting in Butte's urban and publicly owned and privately owned spaces, and our Urban Forestry Board, which is made up of volunteer citizens. And the Tree City of the Year Award comes on the 20th consecutive year that Butte has been named a Tree City USA. So that wraps up the third edition of Chief Chat. Get out there and plant a tree, trim a tree, or pull up a chair and enjoy some shade as the summer sun is seemingly upon us. So until next time, I'm Matt Vincent, and we'll see you then.